Alright, everybody. So today we are going to be looking at a little Python program that I made about a dozen days ago. And we will also be looking at a Java program that I've been working on for some time now. I think you're really going to like it. It's a pretty, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Alright, first for the Python. So this is a Python program that I made on the 8th of June 2024. I suppose I should date this video. So that's 159. Day 159. Never thought we'd make it. Anyway, so if I just take this command, I copy it into there. Now it'll say provide a folder where Java files are located. Because you know we love to code in Java. You know we love to code in Java. So let's just plop that in there. And we get rid of these quotation marks because otherwise it won't work properly. And then it just wants the correct main method, so the one that we want to have running. So let me just write that in, spell it correctly. So then this will spit out two commands for compiling. This first command for compiling the program. I don't actually have to do that because I already compiled it earlier because I was playing it earlier, but it's fine. And running the program, most importantly. Boom. So now the program's running. It wants a path to a text file. Obviously, if you don't have one, that's fine. You can just skip past it. It'll say, I couldn't find the file, because of course it can't. But I do actually have one in here. It's called sample data struct, because it's a sample of how to structure the data for a level. Again, get rid of the quotation marks. I'm actually not sure if it matters for this, but I'm assuming it does. So it's loaded something, clearly. This is a little bit confusing, but this is the console-based version of the game board, basically. But it's a lot easier just to look at the swing applet-based, the graphics. It actually looks like something. It's not just text. Looks nice. I mean, not nice, really. It's kind of ugly, but who cares, Sometimes you just gotta appreciate what you have. Anyway, let me just switch over real quick. Boom, look at that. So this is just a little configuration that I have in OBS that hopefully is a little bit easier to read as the viewer. It's kind of annoying for me to click on stuff, like show the cursor, but it's fine. I manage. So anyway, let's see. So first feature of this that differentiates this from the traditional Sokoban game is you're allowed to move more than once in a single turn. So like I'm moving, if I just want to move once, that's fine. But if I want to move twice, wow, isn't that beautiful? You might ask, how's that useful? Like, sure, you can dart around faster, I guess, but like, doesn't really help. But get this, get this. So in the typical Sokoban game, let me just pull it up real quick. You would push the box like one tile. You move one tile at a time, you push boxes one tile at a time, and that's great. Let me just switch over. Whoop. So it's like, you're moving one tile, you're pushing one tile, that's fine. But in my game, despite the laws of physics, what you can do is you can move more than one tile, and that's, whatever. When you hit a box, you'll notice every time that you hit a box in this game, it moves in the same way that you did. So if you move one tile to the left, hit a box, the box moves one tile to the left. And that's cool. But in my game, you can move two tiles to the left, or three tiles to the left, two tiles up, one tile to the right, four tiles down, and then hit a box, and the box is going to do the same motion. So what makes that interesting is that certain things like, if we wait for the last move that this guy did, or not the last one, but when he pushes the box, this box, into this corner, theoretically, what you could do in my game is you could push that box in the corner, move one tile back down, and then push it twice through the wall and to have the box land here. Would you want to do that? Probably not, but you can, and that's cool. And theoretically, that would open the door to a lot of interesting puzzles that combine sort of typical traditional sort of Sokoban puzzles that you might see like this one with the cool new features that I have designed for my game. So yeah, it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. I'm looking forward to designing levels for my new game, which I haven't really done yet. I mean, I made this simple one, but other than that, haven't really designed anything. So let's go back to the game view, and you can see, we have a little issue. This box is up against this red wall, which means if I try to, let's say I try to push it, just one tile, obviously that's not going to work. But even if I try pushing it two tiles, that still doesn't work. So if that wall was a black wall, then it would let me go through it. So what would happen is my character's here, this green box, it would move up, up, hit this orange box, and then the box would move up, up, land on the destination. That's what this little black circle is. And then that would just be, the end. I would win. But we have an issue. It can't do that. I tried and it just didn't work. So the reason for that is because this wall is red. That indicates that you cannot go through it. And this tile has the same thing going on, where the red color indicates that it's going to check against the maximum number of steps indicated, which is 2. Even if you're not landing there, it's still going to check. So theoretically, I would be allowed to go like, if I go left, up, left, I'm not going to push a box. I'm not going to do anything that gets me out of bounds. What's going to happen is I'm going to move left, up. That's my second move. 2 moves, that's okay. Right, that's my third move. 2 moves, not okay. It's not going to let me do that. So that's not allowed either. But what is allowed would be something like that, because that move was left, up, up. And when I went left, up, that's 2, which is 2. That's fine. Up, we're fine. So anyway, I'd just like to demonstrate the solution to the puzzle. So obviously we're going to have to go around this wall somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go left, up, up, left. So, or sorry, left, up, right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to move left. If I go on here, left, then up. That's the second move. Check it against 2. That's fine. Up, right. That hits the box. Now, in a traditional game of Sokoban, if I were here, I were standing right here, and I push the box to the right, that's just going to move into the wall. It's not going to work. But what happens in this game, so I moved left, up, right, and then stop. That's the end. Now the box's turn to move left, up, right, and it's going to land right on this destination. So if I just do that, boom. I mean, I think it would be a lot clearer if I made some sort of animation or something where it like actually physically moves instead of just sort of teleporting right into the position, but you know, gotta live with what I have built so far. That can come in a later update. Levels, later update, a start screen, later update. A lot for the later update, clearly. But I have something right now, and so I just want to show it right now. And then as I build on it, maybe I'll make some future video where I go back to this. But anyway, so if I wanted to quit, I could hit quit, but this is so much fun, I want to keep going. So it's going to ask me for another text file. I don't have another text file, so I'm just going to ignore this. So it's just going to generate, if you scroll up a little bit, you can see it has this little error, and then creating an 8x8 random board instead. I don't know if, there we go. Okay, and so this one immediately, I can tell that I'm never going to be able to win, because we have this unfortunate situation where this box is in a corner, and it's not a kind of corner that I can really get around. This box is stuck. there's nothing I can do about this box. And if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are too many destinations for me to just use the other boxes and cover them. So I know I'm not going to win. Um, I guess I can still just play to try to win, but again, it's sort of inevitably futile. But I can still do stuff. So there, I moved a bunch of tiles to the right at once, which allowed me to teleport past the box, and then I was able to move it to the left. Now, if I just return that, so that's the original position, which would actually be impossible in a game of Sokoban, because the only thing you can do to this box is push it to the right, and you can't do anything to this box. This box can only just move right and straight into a corner, so then it's not going to be able to move anywhere else. But in this game, I can jump over it and then push it to the left, and now it's on a destination as it should be. So that's one of the many wonderful things that you can do with this game. Another thing you might notice is this giant jam right here. And actually, I don't think I can break that one up. And this one's also in a. There are two boxes in this bottom right corner. And I can't even demonstrate breaking up a traffic jam in this corner. I guess I can do it in the other side. So these, I don't think I can even move these two. Because if I start here and then I go 1, 2, 3 down, then this one will move 1, 2, 3 into this box, and that's not a lot. And if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 down, then this one's just going to go out of bounds, which is also not allowed. So I don't really have any options. And I can't push them to the right at all. And I can't push them up because if I try, the only square that I can occupy is this one. And if I go 1, 2, then this one will just go 1, 2, and then go to the wall. So that's kind of an unfortunate setup that so much of it is just completely impossible. But that's kind of inevitable if you're just randomly, like total random generation of a board. You're not going to get very many things that you can actually work with. Kind of an unfortunate truth. Why is... Oh, because, whoops, I was hitting the wrong button. There we go. And then if I do that, and then I can go there. Now here's my idea. I guess I can show the breaking of a jam here. So if I go 1, 2 down, what's going to happen is my guy is going to go over this box, not affected, hit this box, then that's where the player is. The box now has to move. The box will move over this box unaffected, and then into this open tile. Boom. Isn't that great? Not really sure what that does for me though. But still beautiful. Beautiful gameplay. Less jams. Less annoyance. But anyway, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to push that up for a second. Because what I want to do is I want to... Oh man. Wait. Am I a fool? I might be a fool. I think I might have blundered, actually. I shouldn't have pushed that. No, I guess I really couldn't have done anything else, could I have? Because as soon as the tile gets onto a wall, it's pretty much stuck to that wall. And then if it gets in a corner, it's stuck in that corner, which is kind of annoying. But maybe I should implement torus motion. So like if you push it through one side of the board, it'll just go to the other side. That'd be kind of cool, but probably frivolous. But I guess I'm going to do the last thing that I think I really can do. There. I think that's the most solved that this board could really get. Because this guy isn't going to move anywhere. Because he's up in the corner. Then these two are not going to move anywhere. Because they're both stuck in a corner. Then these two are not going to move anywhere. Because they're both stuck on the wall. And I can't jump them over anything. Because they would have to move more than 4 tiles at once. Or more than 3 tiles at once. Which is just is not going to work. So that's annoying that I got such a crappy board configuration just by the random chance of it. But I suppose that's what happens. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just re-randomize. So there's no way to re-randomize. You can't like quit out or restart or anything. So I guess what I have to do is I just have to manually close that tab out, and then I'm gonna be scrolling for a little while, aren't I? There we go. So then copy this command, which is basically we want to run something with Java using the current path. This is the folder where our file's in, and then this is the name of the file that has the main method, and then it's going to run the main method. Scroll back down. I hope I copied it correctly. There we go. So now you can see this big black box just showed up on the screen. That's because I haven't loaded anything yet. I'm just going to have it load a random one. Okay, yeah, this looks a little bit better. There's a lot of strange stuff going on with this. Like this wall is sort of unprecedented. I don't think I've seen anything quite like this before in a random generation. But that's part of the fun of it, I suppose. Anyway, let's just start playing, see what happens, see if I can beat this. Um, I don't want to push it into the corner because I know that's like a terrible idea. But also, I think that's a good idea. So that's not good. Because there's so much that has to go in the corners, isn't it? Ugh. And so, okay, what I'm going to do right now, I'm doing down, down, left. And so I'm going down one tile. It's going to check against this one. It'll say, okay, that's your first move. This one has a maximum of one move. That's fine. Then I will go down another tile, and it won't check it against this one because I'm not landing there. Then I'll move another tile, this one to the left, so down, down, left. And then it'll check, is this your fourth move? And it will only be my third, so that's fine. Boom. Look at that. Isn't that just lovely? Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm currently right here. I move left and then up. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go through this through wall. I call them through walls. Although I actually call these ones through walls. These are not through walls because the through Boolean variable is actually false for this one. So these are through walls, the red ones, because if you go through them, they're gonna call you out. They're gonna say you can't do that. But these ones you're actually allowed to go through. So I don't know what I call them. I guess I just call them walls. So then I'll go left one, up one. Because I'm not landing, doesn't care. I'm allowed to go through that wall. It's not checking, it's black. If it was red, it would check. If it's black, it doesn't. That's the checkers ideology, I guess. And then if I move left and then up, that's good, that's fine. It's not going to violate anything with the box or with my player movement. Then the box will move left and up. That's good, that's fine. Doesn't land on anything, doesn't hit a wall, doesn't exceed maximum steps at any point. So if I just do that, boom, shifts it to the like diagonal direction, which is something that you can't do in Sokoban. It's just like at base, you're not allowed to do that. In this game, you are allowed to do that, and that's pretty neat. So anyway, I have to figure out how to negotiate this one. I do want to push these. Okay, so I'm currently standing on a destination. So that means if I move two tiles to the left, what'll happen is it'll push that. I'm not allowed to do that. Why not? Oh, oh, that's a really bad spot for that to be a through one. That's a terrible spot for that. Yikes. Okay. Oh, this might not be winnable. This might actually not be winnable now. You're ruining it. Through one is ruining this. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Let's think. So I can't move that. I can't move anything past this guy, but if I move that guy itself, I can do that. One, two, three should be allowed. Yeah. Okay. And then I could push that guy in the corner. Yeah, I'm gonna push that guy in the corner. I can't. Oh right, yeah, because of through one. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. One, two. Oh, but I still can't even do that. That's annoying. Ugh. Actually, I'm starting to think that this is impossible. I mean, I negotiated a little bit of something, but I don't think I got anything more. I think it's kind of game over. Because, right, what I would have to do is push this tile twice. Because if I push this tile twice, it's not going to work. I can't push this tile once into this tile, and I can't push this tile once from the other side because this tile's in the way. So I would have to be here, push this one, or I guess wait, 1, 2, land on the tile, 1, 2, but then it lands on that, and that's bad. Ooh, stupid, stupid, stupid game. Gotta generate things that are possible. No, that's my fault, but that's still annoying. It's like so close to being something that you can do, and you just can't. It's upsetting. I'm very upset. Um, no, that's not gonna work. It's devastating, really. No, I can't do that. Why not? Oh, because I'll be landing on a tile. It's got 1 max. Oh my god. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I have a plan here. Oh, you're kidding. To go all the way back around. I mean, that's not a problem, really, but whoop, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, well, that's not dead, actually. Wait, let's fix this while we can. Oh no, it is. Is it? I think it might be dead. I think I might have just killed that one. Took it off of a spot where it was fine. Ah, blunderful, wonderful day. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was too many. Put that on a spot. Yeah. This isn't even the most solved this board could be. There are other things that I can do to make this more solved, like not push that box. This box was already solved, and then I pushed it off because I was just thinking about moving, and I wasn't thinking about moving boxes. Gotta be careful out there. Anyway, yeah, I can't leapfrog this one. Actually, wait, I totally can leapfrog that one, can't I? I think I just didn't want to because I would be pushing something into a corner. But yeah, I'm able to. But then now that whole corner is just entirely locked. I can't move this. I can't move any of this actually, which is kind of annoying. And then this one is also more or less, it's like effectively blocked. I can move, I think I can move this one into the corner and then that wouldn't even do anything for me actually. That would just make it worse. So this is the most solved that this board, or no, it's not the most solved. There's it was 1 box away from being solved. Are you kidding? Or solvable, I think. I think other than this box not being on the destination that it started on, I think that this is the most solved the board can get. Which again, random combination that just doesn't let you win. Kind of annoying, but again, should really be playing levels from the level packs. But I haven't made any, so I'm relying on this randomness, and it's screwing me over. So I guess I'm gonna try to re-randomize one last time. Let's see about solving this, shall we? So I'm thinking the big issue is going to be this box here that's against the wall has to go to one of these holes that's also against the wall because I have no way of pulling it away from the wall. That's basically stuck there. This box in the bottom right corner, I think I'm just going to push it into the spot in the corner. That'll work pretty well, I think. This box. Now, this box is in a little bit of a difficult position because it has a maximum tile allowance, maximum movement allowance of one tile. So that means I do just have to push it as my first move. I'm thinking I could probably just push it down and then jump through this clear box to actually, maybe I'll take this box, push it left, and this box I'll push down. No, because I won't be able to push it right then. Maybe I take this box and I just push it to this one, this hole. And this box could go to like this hole or something. And then this one can just go in the corner. I think that might be the play here. And then obviously putting stuff in corners, very dangerous move because as soon as they get in the corner, they're not getting out. So you got to be careful. And then as soon as they get two, or in the original game, two side by side, or like even ones in giant clusters like this area up here, you would not be able to move any of these boxes. And I guess you wouldn't even be able to move this one either. Because if you tried to push this one, you just hit this box and it wouldn't be allowed to move. Because if a box lands on another box, it's not going to move. The way around that in this game is you're actually allowed to push it more than one tile at a time. And so you can jump, you can, like, let's say I'm up here. I don't know how I'll get there, but I think that's going to be how I have to do this one. If I'm up here, I could jump over this box, push this, and then this box will move one, two tiles down. So I'm still thinking about how I want to do this. So there's a lot of, I kind of want to leave all the guys that are already solved just where they are. But I think I'm going to have to push some of them around, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. Hopefully I can win this one. It looks possible. I'm just saying right out the gate, looks like it's possible. Sometimes the random generated ones aren't. This one looks like it is. So let's see. Then I think just pushing guys into the corner might be a strategy in its own right. Like if I have a box that's already solved, just get it out of the way. Then I guess an issue with doing that is then it's locked. Like as soon as you get in the corner, it's not moving anywhere. But I think that this one's not going to be super complex. I think I'm safe to go. I don't know why it's pushing the thing down so much. I type. I think that'll be solved in the next play. So okay, if I move there, here's what I'm thinking. Thinking I'm gonna push this box, and then I'm gonna move to there. I'm gonna push this box in the corner. So hopefully, I'm trying to clear this little cluster a little bit. Okay. Yeah, this is looking pretty good right now. I really don't know what to do about that. I have an idea. I have an idea. Okay. So I'm gonna push this one a little bit further. Then I'm gonna go down, not that far down. Here. Oh, no, that's too many. Whoops. Up there. And then like that. That's invalid? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. No, that is what I meant to do. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, no, no, no. Change of mind. Change of plans. That. And then I can just do that. And I didn't need to displace that one, but that's actually fine. Or actually, no, that's not fine. Well, I mean, it is fine. It's not like I'm going to lose, but I'm going to push that one there, I think. Okay. So now here's the questions. How do I want to go about solving this little puzzle in the corner here? Actually, you know what? I'm going to solve an easier question first. Which is this one. Let's do that. That works. Although, actually, now that I think about it, push that up there. And so in a typical game of Warehouse Keeper, at this point, you would be pretty much stuck in this top left corner. Like, I mean, obviously, you can just leave it. That's fine for this situation. But if you had a corner that was sort of like the corner itself is open, but then there are two boxes around. Oh, I got your back. Yeah, there we go. Two boxes right next to it like this. You can't pull these boxes away. The only thing you can do is push one of them into the corner and then everything's stuck. And everything will still be stuck if you do that in this game. But right now they're not, because what you can do is you can hop over one of the boxes and then push them if that's what you wanted to do. Now I'm just gonna hop down a couple of tiles. Um, so yeah, there's a lot more lenience, I guess, with stuff being just trapped, locked. You don't really get locked as much in this game as you would in the original, I guess. So I think I'm just gonna push this box over here. Really? Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. There we go. Which will allow me to push this box there. Okay, and then watch this, watch this. So if I push this down, now look at the situation that I have here. This, if you had this in the original game, I mean, obviously, what you could just go around and then push it right, and then that would be fine. But if there wasn't like a destination tile right there in the corner, if there wasn't a destination tile right there in the corner, this box would not, you would just lose if you got into this position. You would have to undo, restart, game over. But what you can do in this, jump right over it, and then I should probably do the move correctly. Push the tile, and look at that. And so there are two ways to win in this game. Either every box turns this gray color, indicating that every box has been placed on one of these destination spots, or every destination spot is covered. And it is very lenient with stuff getting stuck, as well as just lenient with giving out the win. You don't have to cover every tile. You don't have to get every box. You only have to do one of those two. Because depending on how the level's set up, they might not both be possible. So anyway, I'll bring up some stuff on Google, show some of my inspiration. The main inspiration for this game is this game, Sokoban, which I've been calling Warehouse Keeper. And so I'm saying like a classic warehouse keeper game. It's I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this really. Got it in full screen, and all of its 288 by 320 glory. And so, I'm not sure if I can call my program Sokoban in the same way that this is titled, because I mean, it was, this is a commercial creation that's become a bit of a classic, but it might be, not allowed or something. Although it looks like people are taking it, using it for their own ideas, and making their own spin offs, according to this part of the article. Still not sure if it's like a registered trademark or something. I mean, it is just a word. Like, I guess it's. I don't know, this is pretty much just a word, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, there you go. That's the puzzle. And my idea is basically this, but instead of moving one tile at a time, you can move more. And if you move more, you hit a box, then the box will also move more, the same way that you did. It's also interesting how the only box that was on a destination to begin with ended up getting moved throughout the course of the gameplay. It's almost like they were trying to tell you something. But it does look like nobody has made a version of the game that quite works in the way that I have. So, how's that for an original idea, huh? Anyway, but speaking of not being original, this, this is really my inspiration was watching a 3 hour video of someone else coding a version of Sokoban. In this one, he combined it with uh, Sudoku, and if I just scroll very far into the video, you can see it's pretty cool little thing that he has going here. You try to make it like the best board that you can get, and you can see it's counting how bad the board is, basically, how many errors you've made. So that's another interesting thing. And then it also loops around. I don't want to play it because it's gonna play audio, but like, well, I guess you can't really see anything from that. So there you go. That's my inspiration, which was really his inspiration from this game, which is, you know, good to be inspired. It's a great YouTube channel. You should, of course, subscribe, drop a like, watch 3 hours of content, 5 hours of content. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff here. All right. Well, that's all for this video. Definitely have to be editing it quite a bit. But yeah, that's my game. Inspired by someone else's game, which was inspired by someone else's game. I think that puts it pretty succinctly. See you next time.